What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sarah from Sarah Styles here. August sales. What sold for me in August? How I made more money selling less items. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am a reseller on the PoshMark app. I dabble a little bit in eBay, but mainly on PoshMark. I also have a degree in mathematics and data analytics background. So PoshMark doesn't give us a lot of data. I created a Google Sheets analytical dashboard. You copy and paste your PoshMark sales report into it, and then all these metrics come up. It tells you top brands, your inventory that sold, breaks down your monthly numbers, average price per item, your weekly trends, a bunch of metrics. So the link for that is below. You can browse through my channel to see videos specifically on that. And then at the end of the video, I will leave a discount code for that. Today we are talking about what sold. And actually, before we do that, I want you to drop a note below. Tell me what you think of my new setup. I've had just a white background in the back, and it kind of was looking a little plain to me. And I went to an estate sale, and this like retro 70s velvet velour chair was for free. So I took it. I was like, that would be so cool for YouTube, right? But my studio is small and I had to put it next to one of my racks. So let me know. Drop a note below. Tell me what you think of my new setup. If you like videos like this, I do all things reseller, haul videos. I source from Goodwill outlet bins here in Denver, retail stores like the ARC, Salvation Army, estate sales, garage sales. And I show you what I'm getting, but then I also have the foundation of data. So showing you strategies that are derived from data. We do if you have the analytical tool, you have access to my Facebook group, and we do group deep dives. We recently just did one on offer to likes. I'll leave that one below. And we're currently doing one on the closet clear out. So if you like things like this, you want to get notified when the closet clear out analysis comes out, hit the subscribe button, make sure to hit the little bell. I also am doing a series right now on how to look at your data. It's a ton of information. It's going to be a 3-part series. It talks about my analytical dashboard, but if you know how to manipulate the data, you can do it however you want. But it shows you how to look at the data to source smarter, to increase your average price per item, ideally to be making more money every month. And what's amazing about this is it's strategies that work for everybody because you're looking at your data. You don't have to be this big time reseller to look at your data. You don't have to try the strategy and not know if it works. I'm showing you how to look at your data so that you can make more money. Whether you're this side hustle, I do it on out of my own closet, to I want this to be my full-time job. So hit the subscribe button for that. Give me a like if you like this. Feel free to leave comments below. Today I'm going to talk about my sales for August. I'm going to first show you some of the metrics from my analytical dashboard, kind of give you a brief overview of how my sales were in August. And then I will go through, I picked out some of my favorite items that I sold for the month and my top brands. And I'll do that after. I want to talk a little bit about August. I am on Instagram and on Facebook groups, and people, August, I heard a lot of August isn't doing well. And I will say that my sales agree with that. I did not sell, or I sold 25% less items than I sold in July. So I was not selling as much. July was actually a really good month for me. But even on average, I sold less than I sell on average. However, I was right on par with my average monthly monetary goal, because I have been working on increasing my average price per item. And 2 things that I think are feeding into that is, one, my offer to likes strategy has changed. And like I said, the link for that is going to be below. I'll also leave it up top too. My offer to like strategy has changed. We did an analysis and I'm trying some new things, and that's increasing my average price per item. And then I am also being very meticulous when I'm sourcing, and I have an average in the dashboard. There's a simulator and you put in, I want to make this much this much money for this month, and it'll tell you either your average price per item that you need to get to based off of your historical trends, or it'll tell you how many items you need to sell based off of your historical trends. So I keep that number in mind, or when I'm outsourcing, I bring it up on my phone, and when I buy an item, I look up the comps and I see if it's going to, on average, get me to that average price per item. So I'm putting a lot of stuff back, but it's working. It's increasing my sales because I didn't sell as much this month, but I was just shy of my monetary goal with selling less items. So Tuesday was my busiest month in August. I have no idea why this is. I recently started taking Sundays off. I still share a little bit, but as far as doing like my everyday, I have to do these Posh item things, I'm not doing that on Sundays. Other than that, I'm very consistent in what I do throughout the week, so I have no idea why Tuesday was busier, and it seems to be different every month. I haven't quite figured out a pattern, and talking with other analytical dashboard users, I haven't figured out a pattern for them as well. So drop a note below. Let me know what your busiest day is and if you can find any kind of correlation. 32% bundles for the month. That's actually down from July. July I was at like 50% bundles. My bundle strategy is absolutely why I get so many bundles and why my average price per item stays high with these bundles. So I will leave the video for that below for my bundle strategy. My top brands. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of my top brands. Follow me on Instagram because I will kind of go more in depth of these brands. But so when I look at top brands, what do I look at? What does the dashboard look at? It looks at your top brands by average price. It looks at your top total brands sold. And it looks at your top monetary values sold. And then I also look at categories, and I look at total categories sold, total number of items sold in a category, the average price per item for the categories, your sell-through rate, and then I also look at days on hand. So how fast are things selling? And those, I'm going to give you a brief, I'm combining all of those for the purpose of this video to tell you my top brands and my top categories. I will go more in depth on Instagram. My top cumulative brands are Coach, Colhan, Vintage, Steve Madden, and Tahari. So stay tuned. I will show you specific items that sold in those brands. Top categories are shoes, skirts, bags, dresses, and jackets. And my average sell-through rate for July was 30%, which is pretty good for a part-time reseller. And also, it's a little bit on the lower side, but I have been stocking up for fall and winter, and those items are just slowly starting to sell now. So those are the numbers. Let's look at the actual items that sold. I will pop it up here on the screen for you. Let me record. There we go. So here are the items. The North Face boots. I've mentioned in the past, I live in an active area. The North Face, Patagonia, Lululemon, what else? Athleta. I see them at the thrift stores fairly often. I don't always pick them up because a lot of the stores know those brands, and so they price them really high. I'll pick them up for myself. Oftentimes, I pick up Athleta or Lululemon with the intent to list it, and then I try it on, and I keep it. But these North Face, $50, yes please. Michael Kors over-the-knee boots. Michael Kors, I do not pick up that often unless they are absolutely gorgeous boots like this or purses. The rest of his stuff tends to sell lower for me and sit forever. I think the market right now is oversaturated with Michael Kors, and also his stuff has gone into Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and stuff like that, and so the value has kind of gone down on that. Adriana Papel, this sold, I want to say in like 2 days. I mean, it was quick. $60, yes please. It was also plus size, which I've done a video on plus size. I'll put the link below on plus size. I am very picky with picking up plus size. You will see in a lot of the forums, plus size, it sells so well. My analysis, we went through and we looked at what well is. And so I really base what I'm picking up based off of what that analysis is instead of just picking up all plus size. But this one did sell well. It sold fast and it sold high. Maeve is an Anthro brand. I actually hesitated because it has swans on it. And I was like, I don't know. Like, that could be something that would sell. It also could be something that could sit forever. It sold fast. Apparently, swans are big. Coach, again, I'm going to show you the creed on this because it was different. So this LC I had never seen before, and then the 05A05 at the end of the creed, there's not typically letters in the middle. And so I thought that maybe it was a fake. I did some research on it and it is not. Apparently, it's more of a men's brand that was sold like in the early 2000s, I think. So there you go. That sold. A quick tip on Coach on when to pick it up. It is one of my top priced items that I sell and also quantity that I sell. The bigger the better, always. And leather classic pieces tend to sell faster and higher than like their signature logo brands. And I'm actually fairly picky on picking up the signature logo unless it's like a rare one or like a more recent style, because they don't sell as fast or as high. Again, here's Tahari. It is plus size. I was talking on Instagram with someone this month about Tahari because they're like, I can't sell Tahari, and it sells pretty well for me. I find with Tahari, the cuter it is, the faster it sells. And this was gorgeous, and it's also plus size. Sundance, I think this was the first Sundance that I picked up. It's cute. Look at how cute those sleeves are. The boho style is big right now, $41, yes please. Ralph Lauren, what's funny is I really, really debated about picking this up. And it sold in like 2 weeks, so I'm glad that I did. And it sold at $80, so yes please. There's Tahari again. Sam Edelman to me is kind of like the Michael Kors. Everyone says it sells well, and I mean, everyone has different descriptions and definitions of what well is. For me, and based off of my data, it sells lower than my average price that I would like. I think, again, it's like the Michael Kors is oversaturated and it can sit for a while. These boots were in great shape and they're over the knee, and I was getting ready for fall, so I picked them up. They sold in a month or two at $50. Again, Coach, this bag is gorgeous. I showed it on one of my haul videos. It's a Hamptons bag, I think it's called. It reminds me of Saved by the Bell. I have no idea why, but it reminds me. Oh, and if you were watching my video, I couldn't think of her name. Her name is Leah Remini. She was like Zach Morris's girlfriend when they were at the beach, when they like worked at the beach. Anyway, side note. Steve Madden boots. These are new at tags and they sold at $48, which is good. I will pick up Steve Madden if they're priced low enough at the store to make. Okay, let me take that back. Steve Madden, people love their boots. I don't typically pick up most of his other stuff anymore because it sells, but not at the average price point that I'm going for. The boots don't always get me that average price point that I'm going for, but they sell pretty fast, especially now that it's fall. So I went sourcing recently and I picked up some boots. It wasn't necessarily that average price point that I want. It was close, and I decided to get them because I do sell well. Steve Madden's one of my top 5s for the month. Diane von Furstenberg, this silk skirt, it was gorgeous. Quick tip, if I picked this up in like a quick 10-minute trip when I was waiting to pick up, I was early to pick up my daughter, and there's a thrift store like right next door. Yay. So I popped in, and when I only have a few minutes, I do the showcase. And then if they're putting new racks out, I go through the new racks because it means no one else has looked at it. And I found that really quick. Vintage jacket. These Zero Vienna booties. I only wear minimal shoes. My having babies completely threw everything off, and I get really bad pains, and so minimal shoes have actually really helped that. These Zero shoes are minimal shoes. They are local to me here in Colorado. These were actually my shoes. I bought them and they were a size too big, so I wore them a couple times and resold them. But I will pick up minimal shoes whenever I see them because they are in pretty high demand, and people would typically pay a decent amount for them because there's not, especially if they're cute, there's not a lot of brands that make them. Zero is one of them. Vibram has quite a few pairs. Lems is one. VO Barefoot is one. So if you see those, and especially if they're cute and in good shape, pick them up. And if they're my size, send me a note because it's hard. They are hard to find, especially if they're cute. ASH keywords to include minimal, zero drop, feel barefoot. I think that's it. These Moto boots are gorgeous. I have a pair that look very similar that are Prada in my closet right now. They are gorgeous. J. Crew, that was part of a bundle. These Coach shoes, I'm actually kind of disappointed that they sold so low. They are gorgeous. They're like $200 shoes new. They were in pretty good shape. Mary Jane's. But this was the third offer that I got on this pair of shoes, and they were all around this $30 price point. And so I figured that was their market value, right? After the third offer at the same price point, the first two I countered and they went to crickets. So this one, I just accepted it and called it good. This Stonewash's jacket is absolutely amazing. I got it at the bins at the beginning of the summer, so I'm not surprised that it sat over the summer, but once it started to cool off, it sold quickly. And I actually recently, I just listed a Levi's Stonewash vintage jacket. It is amazing. So if you like this, head to my closet and check out that vintage Levi's. Michael Kors, again, like I said, really nice boots and purses is all that I pick up from him. Booties are really big right now. I've sold quite a few pairs of booties. Uggs, always a big name. Columbia, I see a lot of Columbia. Their fleeces and stuff I don't usually pick up because it sells out at a lower price point than I like, unless it's for myself. Their shoes, I will pick up Columbia's shoes and jackets. Because they usually sell, these are $46 and higher depending on the style. Same with jackets, especially in the winter. I will absolutely always pick up Columbia vintage jackets because I love them. They sell, but I also have like a sweet spot for them. They're like amazing. Gucci, story on this, they are size 5.5. Gucci, I probably, if they were a different size, I could have gotten closer to 100 for them. I took the $65 because they are a size 5.5 and it's coming into fall and it's coming into winter. I probably could have let them sit for 6 months, a year and gotten more money, but I would rather get the $65 now and reinvest into buying more things and making more money than letting them sit for a year. I have some shoes that are size 5.5 that are sat for a long time. So I took it when someone offered. There's the Tahari. This Coach tote suede, amazing, gorgeous. So those are my solds for the month. Drop a note below. What sold well for you this month? What didn't sell well for you? Did you notice slower sales in August? What are you doing to help keep your profits on par to meet your goals? Let me know. Share with me, share with the community, follow me on Instagram. Right, analytical dashboard, there's a coupon code at the end of this, and then hit the subscribe and notifications button so you get notified of the 3-part series that I'm doing on that. Have a good day.